heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hi guys, this is how to play Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan, part of your Play 10 Songs with Just 3 Chords series. Those 3 chords are G, C and a D major. And your first chord is a G, which is played for 2 beats. So if we were just doing that on downstrokes on the beat, that would be 1, 2. 2 strums of your D major, 3, 4, and then a whole bar of C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the whole song, you can just loop 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then join into the record. There's no capo needed. And you'll be able to play it and it'll sound great. There's a few different options on this one. With your strumming, because this is such a slow tempoed song, we can use power 8s. So this will be to a count of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The idea with 8 strumming is we're splitting a bar into 8 rather than doing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing the offbeats as well, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the 8th bit of the strumming, and the powered 8s means we're doing it all on downstrokes. So if we did a song this slow with downs and ups, 1 and 2 and 3, it kind of drags, and the downstrokes give it a bit of a kick. So 1 and 2 and 3. They make it sound better because it's a slower tempo. We can also add a couple of ups in there, so 1 and 2 and a, 1 and 2 and a. The a would be on the upstroke, and again your hand's just going to keep moving up and down. Don't kind of go 1 and 2 and a. Don't do quicker ones. Keep your hand moving on the same kind of grid, and then 3 and 4 and a on the D chord. And then C, 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and a. We'll do that one more time. 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and a. This will be using the full standard G, standard D and standard C that we looked at before. If it's a little quick between the G and the D, again we've got the Noel Gallagher method of keeping your third and little finger down. So we have a G like this, a normal D, but that means that we've got an anchor finger, and then what's technically called a C add 9, which the add 9 bit is where that third finger is, and we add your little finger on also. Again, that's explained more fully in the introduction video to this 10 song series. And using this method, it should make it easier to play, but it also sounds better. It sounds really pleasant in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with playing it. It's not an easier beginners type version. This is something that's used by the pros in a lot of videos just because it sounds good. Or you can do full normal chords if you want to practice those and get better at your C, for example. Some people struggle to get the C, all 6 strings ringing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3. And over the top your words go, Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. And for the chorus, like I did at the start, knock. If you're singing along, the knock happens on beat 2, so you strum once, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just so you know what's happening together, you strum, and then knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. That is a big trick to being able to sing and play the guitar at the same time. I don't pretend to have a great singing voice at all, but playing and singing for a lot of people is something that they would love to be able to do and that they really struggle with. And one of the secrets to it certainly is you've got to be able to play the song on its own kind of naturally first. If it's a struggle to play these chords, for example, it's going to be really tricky to sing along. But also, you've got to kind of coordinate which things happen together. So, do you strum and say a word at the same time? Or do you sing a word and then strum and they happen separately? You've got to really be clear on what you're trying to go for. So here, on beat 1, we just strum. And then on the second strum, knock, knock. So one word happens on its own again in between. And knocking happens on D. On heaven's door happens on a C. And if you can work out where those bits go and then play the song, just the chords along to the record on its own, and then maybe sing it along to the record on your own, you should be able to do all the different bits together. If you would like to be clever, or you've done these chords for a little while now, and you happen to have come across an A minor, if you want to sound clever, I guess, you could do G, D, and then A minor, in a 2-bar loop with the G, D, and C. So from the top of the song, G, D, A minor, and then G, D, and C. If that's something that you know how to play, feel free to go for that one. It does make it sound kind of a tinge of sadness. And you know, the song is called Knockin' on Heaven's Door, so it's not supposed to be the happiest song ever. But the A minor as well and the C, in this context, they're kind of interchangeable. They're what we call a relative major and minor. So they're really similar to play. You've only got one finger different, which is your third finger. And yes, if you went for one accidentally rather than the other one, so G, D, and then A minor, and oops, I should have gone for a C, it will still sound absolutely fine. It'll sound cool. So there's just something else for you to try for you. That's the end. Please subscribe so that I make you more videos, and I'll see you again. Check out the other songs in this series of 10 songs with your 3 chords.
This place ain't the same, the details have changed since I moved away years ago. The place I was born, where I say I'm from, with an accent not strong as before. My hometown, in my hometown. I hear my memories, I hear my heart always is in this town. Changing from my background, an old mining town, breathing new life all around.